Hello and welcome everyone to somewhat special and different Baltimore by Night. As you can tell, we are missing two of our players, Aya and Luke. They will not be joining us tonight. Because of that, and to just have a slight change of pace between story arcs and just to experiment with different vampire clans and stuff, we're going to be doing a historic age vampire game. As you can tell by the thing behind me, that's not the vampire ankh. That is the Soviet flag, I think. Um, so this game is actually going to be different. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure there's no other pre-game announcements before we get into it. No, I think we're good. So, in today's session, we take everyone back to 1942, I believe. 43?
42.
42. Stalingrad, Soviet Union. A big battle took place there. In fact, one of the deadliest battles in history. The Axis powers had invaded, and the Soviets are trying to push them back. World War II and World of Darkness is actually a very important event, and it kind of created a lot of sides because there were, and it wasn't just like Camarilla was one and Sabbath's on a different side. Vampire clans were broken. Vampire codeers and stuff were all just broken up between who they were siding with. So it's interesting. But for our session, we actually take you to the ruin or the essential ruins of Stalingrad. It has been bombed and fighting building from building for months. It's now November. Snow is falling on the ground. It's cold. And we actually get zoom in on Stalingrad to a building that has been blown out some from bombings, but in the basement are four vampires. Vampires that have been in Stalingrad a while and are doing their part to drive the Axis away. And so let's introduce everyone's vampire, starting with Katrina.
What? Okay. So I am playing Sasha Petrova. She is a Nosferatu war correspondent and has been writing newspaper articles about all manner of different wars and has actually been doing it since World War One. She was turned during World War One, so she's now been a vampire for about 26 years or so. But she looks like she is about 25. Well, she would if she also didn't look like a horrifying monster, with very pale and wrinkled skin and huge bat ears and a missing nose, which she mostly covers up, and no one seems to really notice because it is winter in Russia. So no one really questions the fact that she wears a giant coat and huge hat and scarf over her nose at all times.
All right. Bob.
Hello. You may call me Vasya. No more, no less. That is all you need to know about my storied background. I started as a person working in the factories back before the Great Revolution. However, I did find that the old and the new management mostly the same until Val. She had found me. We talked, we spoke with great heated blood, and then eventually found ourselves in a very tight situation where she offered me this gift. As a Brujah, I am bound to boil the blood of those around me and raise ourselves up to the revolution. Sasha, what are you doing? You are laughing at me? You best not be.
I'm so here for this. I love it so much.
All right.
All right. Callie.
Oh boy, here we go. Aya's going to be mad at me. Duck first. Hello. My name is Kira Chernovetsky. I am a surgeon. I've been around for a very long time, and I am going to be helping out with all of the people dying and such. But yes, that's about it that you need to know about me. That I am a surgeon, and I am helping people for the most part. Eh.
All right. And next, Alex. Don't worry, you don't have to
not
do
ready.
the accent. Oh.
Kind of want to try, even though shit. I don't even have a last name. We got to make something up.
You don't need a
Sorry.
last name. Yeah, you don't need one.
I just googled it.
I could send a list of Russian surnames.
Oh my
50
God, this-
popular
this-
Russian last
No.
names is
Don't even worry
Smirnoff.
about the last name. Who are we? We are warriors. We are
I am
people
not
who are about
joking.
to take on a great evil in this world, in our nation.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just regular names would do.
Hello. Oh shit. So,
Don't, Gene. You just go for it.
I said hello. Hello. Damn. I'll jump into it later.
Yeah.
All right. So my character's name is Gene Smirnov. Script. He's a Russian hunter in his 30s, or at least he looks like he's in his 30s, from West, like bumblefuck, like frozen Russian, some random Russian forest. He prefers living his life in just hunting for just random animals or whatever, even though it's more difficult and dangerous compared to like living in the chaos that large cities sort of come with. He had his family. He would take them out hunting too, and then one day he eventually got caught off guard and he got ducked up by a bear that pretty much killed him, and then he woke up.
Gene, I have
And
a
now he's a
question for you.
vampire. Go for it.
See, you're getting there. I was about to ask, are you sure you're not just hiding in Russia right now in order to take on a stealth mission for the US? Because
Because I sounded American.
name like Gene, you can't be from this area.
My name's
Okay,
Smirnov.
blame Aya. Blame Aya.
I'm making fun. I am
Yeah.
making
Okay,
fun.
I'm
Okay,
just
yeah.
putting that
These
out there.
jokes.
Yeah, so
Many ha-has.
it's probably pronounced Gin or something, but yeah, Gene's fine. It's probably Gene.
I rolled randomly for them.
All good.
Yeah. So for those at home, the names, our one friend who's not here, Aya, her family is from Russia, or at least part of them. I don't know if it's both her parents. I think it might be.
I don't know.
I don't. I think at least one of her parents is from Russia. She helped us get a as close to real Russian names as possible. So every name is a name that is from Russia at some point. So except for the Smirnoff last name, but that probably is a.
I could change it to
mean,
like Hackman, Simmons.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. It's on 50 top popular last names in Russia.
So we bring the coterie. Coterie is in the basement of this building. There are several dead Axis soldiers around. Now I'm saying Axis because during this battle there were Nazis from Germany as well as Romanians and I think some Italians. So it could be a little bit of a mixture of the units. So if I say Axis, just think it's a grouping. If I say Germans, it's specifically the Germans and stuff. So you've got several bodies. There's one tied up. This one last night basically was the sun was coming. You came into this building seeking shelter because a lot of the buildings in Stalingrad are been bombed out. So finding shelter is as best you can. And when you came down to the basement, there was a small unit of Axis soldiers, and you'll get hungry, and they are soldiers invading your city. So you did what vampires rightfully do, killed them and drank their bloods. which actually means as you roll your rouse checks, you have 0 hunger.
Ooh.
But there was one who actually spoke Russian, and it was decided that instead of killing him right away, you would tie him up, and in the morning decide the fate. Like, do you want information from them? Do you want to know stuff? Do you just want a morning snack?
For what it's worth, I also know German.
Ah,
That's good,
Urban
Sasha.
spy.
Great to know.
Da.
Can anyone hear you through your
Additional
muffle? No?
Yet.
I mean, I can still talk to people.
You can still fuck the people, yes. Ideally before you drink them, but you know, you do you. You
Well, yeah.
monster.
so wake up, roll your rouse checks.
Got an 8.
That's a 4.
Also a 4. Woo! 1 Hunger Gang.
Shit, 3.
One Hunger Gang.
So they're
Chance downloading this? They're just gonna do it.
You have to learn how to eat without.
Hmm.
You have to learn how to go without. Before I turn, I had very few moments where I had food plenty. Often food few.
I'm aware. I can also, if I have to, assist off animals, but I prefer not. So Kevin, I sent you a message. My bonded animal should be here. What should it be?
a dog.
Okay, yes, I like that.
They're common.
It was either that or like a raven, maybe. But
Dog.
dog works.
Yeah.
Dog.
So probably a mangy, whatever dogs are around. I don't.
Probably come to with him tearing the arm off of something.
Brings over a mouse.
Oh.
Because
Old dog.
you have a Soviet Chihuahua.
He's not a chihuahua. He's like a big fluffy mutt. He's got a little bit of everything in him.
Yeah, so you've awakened. There's about 4 or 5 dead bodies just in the after you fed upon them, and there's the one that's tied up and just like. Yeah, you can tell they're probably a bit scared.
What are we doing with him?
Is there any information that we need?
Stalingrad's been bombed to hell, so perhaps we should find out if more bombs, more hell.
Maybe when they're next bringing in soldiers.
It just simply asks them what they know.
That could work too.
Step forward, or am I going to have to do this?
People don't really react to me well unless I'm hiding what I am, and he already knows what I am.
It says I could use dominate as needed to help my patients forget. So can I help this guy forget?
Typically, it depends on which power. Like the one that you forget the last few moments, and the other one can, don't know all your abilities off my head.
So
Cloud memory, mesmerize, and forgetful mind.
Yeah. So cloud memory short term. The other 2 you can use to basically help you give them commands and erase memories and kind of like implant new ones, I believe.
So what do you need to know? What can I do?
What are you going to say, Sasha? And then we can talk about that, Kira.
Well, I was going to explain what her power she had, but
Okay.
I mean, like when they're planning on bringing in troops next would be good. Because they have a usual supply of them, but I don't know that it's on a schedule.
So, are you good for that? You will?
I can
Slap on face a few times?
Yeah, I can do that.
No, I'm talking Kira.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kira was the one who took initiative.
No, Sasha wanted to volunteer and slap on face, so I'm fine with that.
Okay, sure. Double slaps. Let's wake up, people. We have many jobs to do.
Aya's gonna be so mad.
Oh, I can eat my pant. It's fine.
She's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "What is wrong
No.
with you?"
The Axis soldiers is in the corner, like staring, listening to you all talk, argue back and forth. It's just like,
So Sasha, mind you, has the hat and scarf and everything off so he could see her at a full glory because it's kind of messy if you're fighting with that on. So, you know what we are. You tell us what we want to know. And I can have Kira here make it so that you don't remember the horror that was last night.
Or you can. We could just make it like that.
I won't get him.
What are you?
We're monsters.
But no more than you.
Harsh, but I was specifying what kind of monsters. I don't know what, like, you're hideous.
We kill to eat, and you
Thank you.
kill for killing's sake. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you in a Russian accent is the best thing I've ever heard you say, Bob.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that I have no idea what you are. You said you know what you are. I honestly don't. I just know you killed my team,
And how
my
did
squad
we do
here.
that?
I turned around and you were ripping them to shreds. One of you was a fucking bear.
Oh, come on. Give it away already.
Like you wanted to use the bear form.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, it's like, Thank you, Terry.
Sasha,
Sasha,
keep
your
dog.
But it's like, I just like,
Is the concept of vampire like every culture has
Every
concept of
culture has
vampires.
vampires.
doesn't mean everybody puts everything together.
Mhm.
Not everybody is smart as everyone else. Some people are just oblivious to certain things.
Could be
Can't you
seen
tell
as
we're
demon.
werewolves?
Werewolves, yes.
I'm going to fucking eat him if you don't get the words out of him now.
Yeah, you haven't really asked me anything. You just came up and I was like, do you know what what you are? And I'm like, I don't know. And then
When
Yeah.
are they sending more troops?
I don't know. We are throughout the city. We outnumber you like 100 to 1. I don't know if we need more troops.
That's strike one. That's how they play stickball, yes?
Sure.
Listen, I heard about it during we got stuck at the USO, and we heard about stickball. I think they're doing a name change, baseball, some shit.
I prefer soccer.
You would
Not-
call it football, you fool.
Where is your commander in the city?
Well, no, people, I'm using English terms because I am not going to anywhere try to pronounce the German names for things. The person in charge of the squad is there and over there.
Great. Do you know, like, can you describe the buildings?
No,
The bodies.
my sergeant, it's
Oh,
there
okay.
and over there.
Oh,
What about
that's
their,
funny.
What about their commanders?
Which way's north?
I point.
So they I think the platoon or
I was
our
gonna say, I'm like, I swear to God, if this man says like 500 miles to the.
I think last time we checked, which was we could communicate with them, they were about 4 or 5 buildings to the north of here was the officer in charge of our little platoon.
Now, see, that's helpful. That's very helpful.
Okay.
Is there anything else we'd like to know? What kind of weaponry do they have there at that building?
I'm not 100% sure because we kind of get what we get as we move around, but normal stuff is the standard issue German soldier weaponry, which I am not quite 100% sure what they utilize other than the Luger and
Cool.
Panzerfausts. That's a rocket launcher. Thank you, Wolfenstein.
Uh-huh.
It's like one of the few German things I know. I know the tank and the rocket launcher name.
Sure.
Great. Okay. Is there anything else we can think of that would be helpful to know?
If you let me live, I will translate things for you.
Oh, that's very sweet. Sasha?
In German, I tell him that's not necessary.
Scheister.
Do you mean Scheisse? Shyster is a thing you don't want to use when we're talking about World War II, my friend.
I don't speak German. I just know that the word for shit is similar.
Scheisse, yes. Sorry, I'm not trying to pick on you, buddy. I'm sorry.
I will find out if Hera or Alexis, our friends, show this.
So, anything else we would like to know?
If you
Couldn't hear you, Alex. You're muted.
You Callied yourself.
There you go.
I didn't say it this time.
I did.
Okay. And the location of the rest of your comrades. Where were you going to meet with them after the battle?
After the battle, I'm not sure. We honestly thought we'd be done in like a week. It's been 3 months now, 3.5 months. I'll be honest, you Russians are very, what's the word in Russian? Hard to eliminate out of a city.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like you're fighting very fiercely. We didn't expect this.
I'm sorry. What is your name? Yes, you.
Yan.
Johan?
That's good.
Jan?
I'll go with that one. Yeah.
Johan. All right. Yes. Well,
Fun.
thank you very much for being very clear that you are a liar. So I'm going to count that as strike 2. This is my favorite part.
I don't understand what you mean by I'm a liar. We thought we were going to take you out in like a week.
No. You gave us a poor answer for the first question we asked. You just tried to give me a false name, a Dear John letter, I think they call it.
No, my name is essentially John in English.
All right. Fine, I didn't know if that was you or if that was the character. I'm trying to run with this as all being your character, bud.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a...
I'll call you John for now then.
So I'm not quite sure everyone is because our initial plan fell apart. We were going to take a building and intersection a couple streets down. We encountered a lot heavier resistance and it kind of separated us. So we've broken apart into several smaller groups. We weren't expecting a machine gun nest that actually had bullets. So I know my squad ran in here for safety, which was not which has proven to be anything but safe. And I think there's a squad that went to I'm trying to remember which building. It was late at night when we were doing it, so it was a little
Well, John,
That's right.
that part I really don't care about. There are many blood bags in this area. You all look very tasty because you are all full of the delicious evil. And so, if you could tell us where our next meal is, maybe we'll let you run away. If you cannot, we will take the glory of the revolution to you first, and then the rest of them. And I would like right now to do a daunt.
Daunt. Okay.
Yes, I can add 3 to any intimidation roll.
Okay.
Attacking the user requires a roll from the opposing individual.
Okay.
Last one seen or until ended early.
Again, does that recall rouse check? I think it's first level, so I'm not sure if it does.
Prowess does do a rouse check. Daunt doesn't have it listed.
Okay.
as-
Probably not. A lot of first level, level 1 abilities don't require daunt. So
Surprisingly, this is a level 2. I will admit to that.
no, it's level 1.
Is it?
It's listed 2 just because it's the second one you bought.
Oh, well, that I bought.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Well, that
I know,
character
Sasha.
has.
You're good at this. All right. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, so you add your presence rating.
3, 4, 5. There's
Would
a
that be
whole
like
intimidation skill, so I get
strength or
6.
manipulation
Hmm?
to add to intimidate?
That would be what are my
Because
choices
it adds
here?
to your dice pool.
Right.
Okay, so intimidation as a skill says 3.
Mhm.
Am I adding something to intimidate beyond the 3 that I'm getting from
Yeah.
Dad?
So yeah, add manipulation.
Manipulation? You got it. All right.
Plus
so I'm rolling.
the 2 from your power. Yeah,
Mm.
you have a huge dice pool. You scary as fuck.
Okay. What power are you talking about besides Daunt's 3?
Oh, Daunt is 3.
Daunt
Mhm.
is 3, manipulation 3, intimidation 3.
So 9.
Okay, just making sure.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we have a few explosions, gang.
Oh
We
shit.
have-
Is this our Vessi critical? Or no?
We have 3 10s. We have a 9. I will admit I have 2 1s. But that is that.
All right, so that's
So
6 successes.
All right. I would like to make this bag of blood become a bag of shit, and I want him to defecate. He's been stuck, tied up overnight. If he hasn't already, he is now.
Yeah, he's quite intimidated. You've intimidated the stuff out of him for the most part, more than normal. He's just like
I would like to now put the end of my boot, my heel, against his chest, pushing him against whatever it is that we've tied him to.
I'm trying to give you the best information I have with what I know, please.
Even if you are being helpful, you are proving that you are part of a very awful plague. You are scum. You are a vermin. I will squish you like a rat between my boot and
that's
the ground.
rude to the rats.
I'm trying to give you the information.
I kick him backwards and then I step away, letting Kira and Sasha deal with the rest.
I'm doing the best I can.
Gara, would you like to make him forget why he shit his pants?
Corner, arms crossed, keeping eyes on him at all times.
Would I like to what?
Make him forget why he shit his pants.
Sure.
So,
It's
okay, so mechanically, your cloud memory thing could
Okay.
probably make him forget everything since we woke up, but to
Alright.
forget everything from last night would be the third one down.
What would you think would be the best thing to do?
Well, if he leaves here and he knows what we are, probably not great. So I would say probably the forgetful mind.
I recommend you wait for him to give you all the answers before you make him forget what he's trying to tell you.
I'm sorry, was there more?
What's our answers?
He was in the middle of trying to give one when he got intimidated.
Oh shit! All right, now let him talk first.
Oh,
Okay.
he was going on forever. I didn't know that he had an answer. Answer.
I just wanted to make him shit his pants. I thought, no.
He's like, I was just trying to explain why my recollection might be a bit off so that you don't get instantly angry if you go to the building and they might be in the building next to it instead of that one because that night we got separated. But I think I saw a group of us go into the building 3 to the northeast from here. I think I saw one of my fellow soldiers go into the basement. I saw the back of him as he went down. Please, don't kill me. You can go eat them. I don't care about them. I just want to live.
Hey, Jean, can I borrow you for a second?
Duh.
All right.
What do you need?
I think we can give him his wish, but you might need to help me as we go about it. They have bullets. Bullets aren't that bad for us, but they can be a pain.
Duh.
They're a bigger pain for someone who is not one of us.
I think I understand.
All right. Just keep with me behind him, huh? All right. Sasha and Kira, I think we have a date on the town.
Sounds like it. I think now we can make him forget. And before she does that, Sasha's gonna put her hat on and the scarf and everything, so I don't immediately undo it all.
Maybe we should clean up.
No, we just killed them with regular guns and things, probably.
You drained them.
Oh, okay, maybe let's leave first.
Sasha, Kira, I'm realizing you're about to do a big thing, might throw off thing I'm thinking of. So we can have him lead us to them, but if they are not expecting anyone, he can soak up bullets.
No, but he would be a crying baby. He might run to his mommy.
But if you make him forget the last day, he'll still remember where the base is. He'll still remember all the things he needs to know, just not about us.
Is there a
let's
thing?
bring him upstairs first, then.
Is there a thing, Kevin, where I can't like back to back use the same like discipline?
You can use it back to back, but if let's say the discipline's like forgetful mind and it's like the last like 2 minutes and you use it like 10 seconds later, it's not really going to modify the memories more so, but any new memories that formed will be adjusted.
I was reading. Thank you, Kat, for writing down like everything. So thank you so much. But like the forgetful mind, if I do that, it will rewrite his memory. But it maybe with mesmerized, I could also issue complex commands and tell him to lead us there. So
yeah, so you could give him a command and then make him forget the last several minutes. I don't think it would erase both.
No,
or like erase the last like 24 hours and then give him the command.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. So it is manipulation and dominate versus intelligence plus resolve.
He's mortal. I don't know if he can resist.
Okay.
Let me double check. A lot of the dominate abilities are just so unfair to mortals because it's just like you lose. Yeah, let me double check.
Yeah, I think she still has to roll, and the better she succeeds by, the more memories she can affect.
All right.
Oh shit.
Which part are you using?
I rolled for forgetful mind.
Okay.
I got 2 10s. And only 1 fail out of 5 dice.
All right, so okay, let's see. Each pile has to adjust, remove an additional memory. So you can adjust 4 of his memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will adjust the memory of him seeing us basically drain his comrades, and I will also.
Sorry, just real quick, just an idea. Could you adjust his memory so that he thinks we're with him, so that we can eventually just walk in to this place? We'll just dress up with like his dead allies' clothes and just sneak in.
You can add memories, yeah.
Yeah, you can alter them.
I guess I will do that as the second one, and then the third one, I will make him think he shit his pants because he's a poopy little baby. And the fourth one, I don't know. Anybody have an idea?
I think he believes that we are his, let's say, dominators. I know in Germany, at some point in the future, perhaps, but I think at this point too, there are what they call sex dungeons, and people pay to be degraded. So I think the poopy baby thing is something he likes because he believes we are the ones facilitating him.
Do you know the term dominator has a different meaning amongst Kindred society? That is a master of a ghoul.
Yeah.
So you have the ghoul.
That works both ways then.
Yeah. Just for those, just so everyone knows.
So just remember, whoever is dominating a ghoul is forcing them to shit their pants on the regular. That is the implication I got from our storyteller. Is that correct, storyteller?
You can alter a memory, so.
Can I make it? This is so silly. Can I make it so like when somebody says a word, he shits his
that
fixes what?
Yeah, you can't really do and or commands like that.
Okay.
You can so like you can give memories, you can't like give Pavlovian responses.
No, I think she was thinking of using mesmerize after the
no, that's
thing.
a conditional thing. With mesmerize, you can't have a condition. Poop your pants when this happened.
All right.
It's just
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No, mesmerize is the second level one. You can do complex ones with that.
No.
So it's complex.
And this would require the victim to exercise cognition.
Oh shit.
You cannot. Yeah, not complex.
Yeah.
Conditional commands. So you can give complex like shit your pants,
or you can tell him, lead us to your take us to your leader,
or dance the polka.
Yeah,
but you can't be like dance the polka when you see Ivan walk down the street wearing a pink hat. You can't.
Hey, Mikhail, what was your favorite episode of VTM Baltimore by Night? I like the one where they talked about people shitting their pants for a long time.
You're the one who did it, Bob. And you
I made him shit his pants. I am not trying to continue it. I was trying to show forceful antagonizing, and now let's have poopy baby.
No,
this is not what I was looking for.
Give him a reason. I was trying to give him a reason for shitting his pants, because why else would he shit his pants? Fine. And then you brought.
These are good cuts. These are going to be great for Sasha to edit later.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Kat. I know who you
are. Okay. Yes. So I do all of these things. I also think that he is, if we're going with what like then Bob's character is the one that's like in charge of him. So that's what I do. Like boop, and
I love it.
And
while she's upstairs changing his memory, I am shucking the dried corpses of their regalia so that we can hopefully get at least 3 uniforms that aren't torn to shreds.
Yeah, so
and I can just use unseen passage to hide. Considering I'm pretty sure one of these got mauled by a bear, so it's probably not going to be a uniform in the best condition.
So the person's just kind of like, ugh. Why am I tied up?
because you like it.
Like,
We had to stop you from eating these people.
I just realized he's German. How are we going to be his ally if we're speaking with Russian accent? I fucked
Deep
up.
cover.
Fake it.
Speak with German accent now, dude.
okay,
We speak in the universal language of English.
Oh, Jesus.
English is a lingua franca, so yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, whether I'm into it or not, this is not the time or place.
I don't know, man. That's your whole kink thing. Man. I'm not in charge of it, Johan. Okay.
Anyway, I should be going and finding the rest of my teams.
And that's exactly what you'll be doing, but you have to show us there first, like you promised.
That's why I have to go find them. I can't show you that which I cannot find.
Yes, well, hang on. Wait for everyone else. I mean, you're in such a rush.
But it's because I really want to show you where they are.
You're rushing us so much you'd think you're Russian.
It's so funny because it works in English, but not other languages.
Yes.
So after a bit, everyone gets the uniform and walks on up.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't recall. Oh, well, okay. I'll. Is someone going to untie me?
No.
No.
We'll just give him a longer rope.
Vasya, that's your whole thing.
All right. Here, doggy.
You're in charge.
I take the first of a few of the ropes that we used. I wrap it around his neck.
Okay.
No, loosely. Because you're a dog.
Like,
Dog of war.
fuck him, right? Like, seriously?
I am the
Okay.
comedian. You should know this by now. I give him a slap on the face, take the rope, I tighten it a little, I undo the tightening, and I pull it off his head. I undo his ropes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go find my comrades.
Oh.
Why did I say comrade? My allies. My squads.
Shit. How much snow is on the ground right now, Kevin?
2-3 inches.
Okay, so I can't go invisible. Or there will be footprints following you guys. So before we leave, I'll use Mask of 1,000 Faces.
As you start heading out, you hear in the distance cracks of gunfire, the occasional like bomb dropping and stuff. And he's just like moving. He's like, it's kind of dangerous going like this, but I feel compelled to take you all to my friends.
I feel like I should have stayed behind. I am not equipped for the fight. But whatever.
We don't necessarily know that it's going to turn into a fight right away.
We will be fine. For the good of the country. All right. So, hey, Gene, come on up here.
By the way, I rolled my rouse check and got a 2, so I'm hangry.
Welcome to Vasya.
Just figure the guys get to have some guy time, leading the way.
What do you want, Vasya?
What we just fucking talked about 10 minutes ago downstairs.
The bullets.
You have to be here with me. John. Yeah? John.
John. I forget.
Because we're trying to decide whether it's John, Johan, Johannes, what have you. I am
Johan Fool. John is a shortened. Like some people like Jonathan, John, Frederick, Fred, Robert, Bob, Richard, Dick.
Yes. Well, John, let us keep going. Where are we going, by the way? Can you point us out?
I think I saw one of my platoon mates going to this building.
Perfect. Lead the way, my friend.
As he's leading, you just start hearing from the building. It's like, halt! Declare yourself! It's like, it's Jean from, and he mentions this thing. I've come with some friends.
Johan and the boys.
Yeah, I think all of us are wearing costumes except for Sasha. She's got Mask of a Thousand Faces, so hopefully that means that I look like I'm wearing whatever uniform he and the rest of his compatriots were wearing.
Just here, it's like, you fool! Get down! Stop just walking in the middle of the road! You're gonna get... And you just see him go... Shot!
See? We didn't even need to have him nearby. Great.
As you're walking out, none of you were soldier stuff, but you do remember as he falls that one of the things the Russians have plenty of throughout Stalingrad, snipers, who are very good. And note, a lot of Soviet snipers were women.
Right.
Good.
Just random factoid there.
Neat.
Take the shot.
Yeah.
Well, we should get out of the street.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
soon as possible.
we're going into the building, right?
So
Yes.
do you just keep walking, or do you like
Yeah,
rush?
Get low and then head to the
Swift
building.
pace, yes.
Yep.
All right. So let's. There's 4 of you as you walk across buildings. All right.
Do you want us to make some dodging?
Are you just running, or are you attempting to like do the zigzag, dodgy, slower movement?
The Stingray Shuffle, of course.
Whichever
one knows
one is
what
going to
that
get
is,
me
never
less
mind.
shot, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, how many of us are actually militarily trained?
I mean, I know how to use a gun, but I was never actually in the military. But she spent a lot of time in war zones, so.
We are.
I
Vasya
spent a
is
lot
going
of
to
time
do
in
the
war zones
zigzags,
as
and he's
well.
probably going to try and drag Jean if Jean doesn't go the opposite direction.
How do zigzag, Storyteller?
You can roll dodge with a -2 dice penalty. So
Okay,
dodge.
dodge.
Let me see what the things are. Dodge used to be a separate skill. I'm not sure if it still is.
I do not think so. I want to say Dex
Dex
or
and
something.
yeah, just let me look, see what we got here. Awareness, Dex and awareness.
Oh, good. I'm actually pretty good at that.
But unless you have a certain celerity power activated, you get a -2 penalty. So you take 2 dice out of your pool.
Can
Oh,
I?
fuck.
Can I cast like Sense the Unseen or whatever to see if
Heightened senses would be the
around?
one you would want. Sense and unseen.
Okay, heightened sense is one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You said sniper, so I was figuring.
Right.
maybe
Sense
they're
and
hidden
unseen
behind a
is
wall.
that is invisibility and stuff. Mystical things. Heightened
Werewolves,
senses
vampires, ghosts. Heightened senses is like.
yeah. See in the dark, hear, ultrasonic, stuff like that.
So I got a big old 0. I get a failure on both blood dice and a 1 on my regular dice.
You got a 1 on your regular, you said?
Mm-hmm.
But not on the hunger dice.
Not on the hunger dice.
Okay.
Both. I rolled 3 dice, and 2 of them are blood dice. Hunger dice, whatever.
For heightened senses, it says +2 to all perception rolls. Does that mean you add 2 to the perception roll, or you add 2 dice to the perception?
2 dice.
Okay.
Storyteller.
Mhm.
If I attempt to calculate to use it away, could I use soaring leap to add some distance? I get 15 meters horizontally. If I use it sparingly, it can look just like I'm getting some good muscle going.
You can use soaring leap. You're still going to get the -2 because you're still not faster than a bullet.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, if
What would
it's
his
not going to
dice pool
change
be?
anything, why would I do it?
if you want to get on top of a building instead of running into the front doorway.
No, I'm just running forward. If a normal fucking individual jumped 3 stories in the air, I think there'd be a problem for us then and there. So roll the 2 double zeros. I will hold them up if necessary.
Woo!
And Alex?
I'll try to go up just whatever adjacent buildings near to me and just climb up all the way to the top floor and try to snipe back.
All right. So you're doing that. Still
So-
roll the awareness for the first as
Did Vasya get a messy critical?
I had a 0 on both my normal die, and I'm assuming I still roll a rouse die, right?
The
Even
blood
with
die?
0 hunger.
no, if you have 0 hunger, you don't roll any hunger dice.
Oh well, I mean,
Oh. Okay, so just 2 regular dice then.
okay, well, so the 2 dice I rolled,
Mhm,
regardless of
yeah.
color, were both 0s.
And Alex,
So you got 4 successes.
yeah, the dex and awareness. Let's see what.
Mm,
Yeah, first thing first.
Yep.
So it should be 5 dice minus 2 because bullets.
Okay, so dice pool 3.
Oh god, the -2, right? I would have only rolled a
Oh.
single die if I didn't negate all of them.
Oops.
I only have 2 in dex, and I have 0 awareness.
Fuck.
So
Wait, so it's dex and what? Excuse me?
Awareness.
Awareness.
But there's a
and
2
then-
dice penalty because we're dodging gunfire, and that's hard. So just 3 dice.
Yeah. 1 success.
All right. 0. All right. So Sasha, you take 4 damage, so half that because it's superficial for 2.
Ow!
2 superficial as a bullet just basically hits you in a shot that probably would have killed most people. As you all
I
make
go
it,
down with it cursing in several different languages.
I mean, it's like a bee sting.
I have 5 health. 2 2 hurts.
It hurts. So as you go and you just see Jean kind of like start climbing up, trying to climb up. Do you have a specific power to help you, or are you Jean, Alex?
Let's see. I don't know if it's nighttime.
Yes, you're vampires.
Oh well, shit. That was Doom.
Russia's a
well,
dark
to be fair, I
I
called
think
us
you
werewolves
just-
earlier. That could have stuck in your head.
I think it's just whatever your like strength and athletics would be, because you don't have any powers that make climbing easier.
Yeah. I'm just taking my time, and then I'll just remember where the shot came from that hit Sasha.
So strength and athletics to climb.
Yep. I better not fall. Boop, boop, boop. 2 successes.
So as you all run to the building across, you probably aiming for where your now deceased friend was leading you to. You see Jean just go to another building, like behind some cover, and start climbing up into it.
That's my
And-
turn.
And the 3 of you basically rush into a building as where John was pointing you to, and as you all like kind of enter, you see about 6 Axis soldiers just kind of holding their rifles, or like, and the one's like,
Yes.
We're from the other side of. I'll say in German, from the other side of the city. Were they using like gas at this point or anything? I'm like trying to come up with an excuse for why the rest of these dumbasses aren't talking because I don't know German.
there was chemical warfare still, yes.
We were gassed. And Johan found us and was bringing us back to somewhere safe to rest.
Corner.
I go.
Drop weapons.
Actually, I have firearms, so I probably have a rifle. I'll drop that.
One of them just comes up, examining your faces like. Meanwhile, as that's going on, Gene, you jump into a first story or second story of a building, and you're just like sitting there, looking where the sniper shot came from. You're muted.
Can I see them in trouble with their hands up, or
Not really from
No.
your angle since you're focused on the
yeah? So
other
forget them.
snipers. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just try to get situated, see if I can. Well, I wouldn't be laid down if it's a second floor window. I guess I would just get on one knee and start looking.
Waiting for a potential glint at some point. Do you have heightened sense? No, you don't.
Nope.
He does have eyes of the beast, though, so you can see in
Yeah,
the dark.
but isn't that just for? Okay, would that help?
It is dark, so seeing in the dark would be helpful.
It won't like add actual dice,
Yeah.
but it will at least not have you won't take penalties because it's dark.
Right. I guess would I roll anything to see if I see them?
Yeah, just give me 1 second to double check a few things, and let me let you know. Again, still not a master of the rules quite yet.
And I was gonna tell Kolya to patrol around the building. My big ass Caucasian Shepherd bonded animal dog.
All right, so Gene, roll awareness, and let's go with wits.
4 successes.
All right. So as you look, you kind of get the glint of the person who is sniping. Do remember, though, the sniper is Russian. You were wearing German style uniforms, so from their distance, they just saw Germans walking across the road.
Huh.
You can always go up to them and say, "Hey, we're
But
spies."
they are a bit far down the
Okay.
street. They're not like right next to you, like, hey, this sniper. They can.
How can I signal?
For what it's worth, at this time, the Soviets were using mostly flag signals. They didn't have radios like the Germans did. So if there's a chance he would know them, he could try that.
Or you could just wait and make sure, they're not going to shoot or anything, or go back down the house to meet your friends. Or
I guess if it's not like dumb far away, I guess I'll just remove my hat and I'll just wave it, and then I'll try to like aim towards, like, I guess the left, towards the adjacent building where they're pretty much in, and see if that does anything. And if it doesn't, then I'll just fucking head back downstairs like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you wave. You don't see any more shots right now. You do know also, just after these months, that the Soviets are suffering a shortage of bullets. So unless they got a good shot that they know will be a kill shot, they probably won't go. They're not going to just fire randomly.
That implies they had fucking kill shots on us.
Like I said, the shot that hit you would have killed a normal person.
It's not like they're gonna walk out there. They know they're snipers already, so I don't think they're gonna get tricked. Yeah, I'll just go downstairs.
All right. Meanwhile, the other thing, small squad just holding their rifles, like, so you thought you could disguise yourselves and sneak up in here? Yeah. We're not that dumb.
I look over at Vasya.
Yeah, And it's good that you do, because I'm about to make a rouse check and do a direct gaze at these individuals.
All right.
So, cost is a rouse check. Roll charisma and presence versus target's composure and resolve. Charisma and presence for me.
And you said this is Dawn?
4 plus...
Question: do we have to roll it as well? Because we're in the
Based on
room.
what you told me on the little sheet here, it doesn't say.
Oh, Drake is. Okay.
It says target. So if this guy's trying to be big dick, I'm going to do it at big dick.
Single target. Okay.
Policeman presence.
Right, yeah, you can use on them. You think this could invite violence from everybody, but it's up to you. So
We're fucked one way or the other, and he doesn't like this organization. So I'm rolling 7 dice. And I'm sorry, it says rouse check first. Am I checking
Yes.
if I am hungry first?
yeah, you're checking to see if you gain hunger. Yes.
I rolled a 9. Tonight is a good nice for the dice.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. All right.
I'm so scared of what you got. Okay, by the smile, I'm hoping it's good.
All right. So I have a 7, 2 8s, and 2 10s.
Are you 10? Oh no, you still haven't gained any hunger.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, so you see basically Vasya, like the fangs bare and like the eyes like turn horrific as you just basically stare into the guy in front of you just with the most dreadful of gazes, and he's just like,
Is this
"Oh!"
considered a win or a critical win?
It's a win, critical win. You'd have to actually no, yeah, you did roll crits. Never mind.
You did. He did roll 2 10s,
Yep.
right?
2 10s,
Yep.
2 8s, and a 7.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like, "Ah!" just kind of says it like, "Ah! Ah!" as the other ones are like, "Oh, monster!" and just all right. So combat, which is the first one for several of you.
Yeah, so apparently on a critical win, mortals freeze or crumple into fetal position.
All right.
Yes. To be fair, what I meant to say was Spark of Rage, but instead we are going with this, and it feels
Oh shit!
good.
Whoops.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like he was starting to do that. I am not having that. You be afraid of me.
All right. So just give me a few seconds to look a few things up. Just to okay. All right. 5 dice pool. 3. And that's 4 of them. Okay. So how combat kind of works is those who are engaged in melee, which is nobody would go first. Nobody is. Next goes with those who have ranged weapons, engaging at ranged. They've got guns. Unless
Mine
one of
is
you...
on the floor, but I think
Yeah.
I walked away from it.
And then those who were engaged. So essentially they're going to get a round of popping off, and then you can massacre them. All right. I'm just saying that because these are typical soldiers, so unless you were real bad, it's going to be a bad day for them.
All right.
So let me just double check a few things because it's combat's a little odd in this, just with multiple opponents. So give me 1 second.
Sure.
It's like
So
I
how
know.
many are we facing right now besides the one that's a baby?
There are 4 of them.
4 besides baby. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm not good for this. Not the character build for combat.
What was that, Kiara?
Oh,
I'm nothing. I'm fine.
No, you are not fine. You are afraid of death. For a second time? First time was fine for you.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
not no net not
All right.
really.
So, so three of you that are there roll Dex plus Athletics, and it's going to be opposed by their firearm and Dex. So, yeah, so dice pools are resolved simultaneously between things. Holy nice.
Oh boy. Okay, so it was what and what?
Dex and Athletics.
Oh, I don't like that. I would prefer Dex and Awareness.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you would.
I got
2 9s and a single 1.
I'm gonna feed soon anyway. Can I do a thing? Can I rouse the blood to add 2 to my dice pool?
Yeah, everyone can do that.
What I'm doing is basically I roll a rouse check, and obviously if I fail, then I gain more hunger. But if I either way, if I fail, I gain more hunger. But then I get to add 2 to whatever my next dice roll is.
All right. So if that's the case, I could go for a snack.
I got a
the
10.
1 on the rouse, so I'm hungry. One hungry, but I got a 6 and a 4, so I have 3 successes and a single 1.
2 successes because of the blood surge.
I got 2 10s, a 7, and a 3.
Holy fuck.
Hell yes.
5 successes. Holy shit.
Oh, I have 3. It's not a success.
Well, yes, but if you get 2 10s,
Oh,
that
okay.
counts as 2 more successes.
Oh shit.
Multiplication.
All right, so going around as they fire it off.
Put your mic down, babe.
Going around as they fire it off. Looking at their things. Let me roll for each of you individually. Okay. So Katrina, I'm just going to tell you the number. Do any of you have fortitude of any kind?
I
Jean
believe
does.
I do.
Okay, so what kind of weapon is this? All right, so Katrina, that would be 4 superficial, have that 2.
Okay. Ow.
Let's see, roll. Bob Vasya manages to essentially, as they fire, to kind of duck behind some
Can I use Fetal Boy to take damage?
Hmm?
Can I use the Fetal Baby Man to take damage?
No, he's out on the street still.
Died.
No, the
No.
one that I just scared the piss out of that
Oh.
started the fight.
You would have had to declare that before they fired.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
doing flavor. I don't care how this.
Next time.
Yeah, because that would actually involve damage and stuff. So
Sure.
instead there's like, their piles of gear that they kind of had, and you just kind of dive to the ground behind that. And then unless they roll criticals. Oh. They rolled criticals. Sorry, Mari. I mean Kira. 0 0. Yes, so they go to 5. It's simultaneous. Let me just one little thing.
Do you want to say something? You've been holding a word in your breath for a moment here, Kiara.
No, I'm just ready to die.
Oh, okay.
It's the storyteller's punishment for the terrible Russian accent.
I mean, I can't say Kevin's is any better.
What do you mean? It's not better.
Okay, that's Italian.
What do you
it's
mean?
okay. He's doing Mussolini. It's fine.
Yeah, so they have the exact same amount of successes as you do, which basically means that they fire and it just doesn't do any more damage as their gun just kind of clicks. It's just kind of like. And now, for those who are about to engage in melee, they salute you. What exactly are the 3 of you doing? You can also run away. It's up to you.
Oh no. Oh no. Does anybody else want first, or can I just beat the hell out of these fuckers?
I was gonna whistle for my dog and then shoot one of these assholes. Run over my gun and shoot one of these assholes.
Okay, but your dog, I heard, was outside. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm whistling for
I'm
it.
gonna do punchies first.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. So I know that I have Brawl,
Mhm.
and we're currently in place of my specialization for armed mortals. Does that give me an extra die?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 on Brawl. What do I roll with Brawl?
Dex.
Dex. Okay. So I'm rolling 6 right now. And if I do this, can I have the ability to try and do a drain on one of them?
That would be a called action, which will give you a. Sorry, just looking around here.
No, that's fine. Because if it does give me negatives, I'm about to do a rouse to add 2 dice anyway.
Yeah, that will be a. There we go. There we go. Oh, is that the one chart they don't have on here? Come on.
Of course it is. You know, I really have to commend Katrina, though. Kat has done a wonderful job with being able to translate a lot of the stuff from V5. And it's almost like people should get a hold of her for reorganizing the book for a revised edition.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that as part of a show that is currently being licensed through VTM, that maybe having one of these VTM people talk with Kat would be a nice idea. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. So we will give it a 3 dice penalty.
3 dice penalty?
Yes.
But I can turn it down to a 1 die penalty if I do a rouse right now? Okay.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to be hungry at 2, but I'm rolling 5 dice right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and remember, 2 of them are now the hunger dice.
Right. I will do that then. All right. All right. Not bad. 3 successes.
All right. Your 3 successes matches their 3 successes. So basically, like, rush forward, and you know how they have the guns, and you grab the gun, and 2 of you are kind of like locked in thing as you are reaching forward to bite while keeping the gun from trying to shoot you in the face. Because even as a vampire, that's still stings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happens with you. What is Katrina? You whisper or whisper?
Whistle
Whistle
for my dog.
Also
and then I'm gonna
remember,
dive for my gun and try and shoot one of these.
you can also use rouse checks to heal yourself while you do this. Remember.
Does that take like an action, or can I do it like shoot, whistle, shoot, and heal?
Yeah, you should be able to do all 3 of those.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, so rouse check to heal.
Mm-hmm.
You 10. So I heal 1 point of damage, right? Because we're blood
Yes.
potency 1.
Yes.
I am now at 2 health. And then I'm going to attempt to shoot this guy in the center mass because I want to make sure that he is dead.
All right.
I'm going to assume that would be Dex plus firearms.
Correct.
I got 1 success. I got 1 success and 2 ones on both blood die. It's been a bad day for my dice.
Oh,
It doesn't matter
day?
because I got
Just a
1
day,
success.
or-
This is the worst I've ever rolled in Vampire. Granted, this is also the most I've ever rolled in Vampire, but still.
All right. So as you pull out and go to get your gun, he kind of like, the person saw you do that and dodged to get a 2, and you pull out your gun and fire, but you're a bit off target because they had went to stop it because they wrote 2 with the penalties, 2 successes.
Rude.
Really rude. Wow. You roll bad.
Yes, I do.
Kira, your turn.
I could I what's the closest one? Is it the crybaby? Or
They're all easily to reach, so you choose either crybaby or non-crybaby.
Uh, if I were to, um, this is a bad idea. If I were to, try to jump on one of them and wrestle the gun out of their hands, could I look them in the eyes and cast, mesmerize?
That is at a pretty steep penalty, I believe, because you need to get real good eye contact with them. And combat is not really designed for that.
All right, then. Screw it. I hide under the desk.
Oh, just right under the desk. Oh, okay. You don't try to like punch or anything. Okay.
All right. Well, no. Well, yeah. Would I add anything to brawl, or is it just brawl?
What would be brawl plus like dex?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you'd be rolling like 3 dice.
Okay.
And remember that you can roll a rouse check and get possibly a little hungrier to add 2 more.
All right. I think I'm gonna do the just the base dice because I would be rolling actually 4 dice. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just punch. Yeah. I shouldn't have punched. Highest I got was an 8. So
Well, that's a success.
1 success and 3 fails.
All right. So you run up to punch the guy, and they just kind of like grab your wrist as you're punching and just kind of start wrestling you because you both got the same amount of successes. So you kind of lock in combat there. Neither one gaining the advantage or not.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Gene, you start hearing gunshots and stuff coming from where your friends just entered.
And possibly see the dog running in the front door.
Yeah. You see a dog going, I'm there.
I'm there. This thing is a monster of a dog.
So what does Gene do, Alex?
Oh, I think all my friends are dead because I'm just hearing bullets fly.
I mean,
So,
to be fair, you probably expect that Vasya survived. The other 2 of us,
this is gonna take one round. But I don't know what's going on inside. I think like there's a whole fucking. All right, so I'm just gonna shape change into a bear right now since Kev already ruined it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
On top of a building?
No, I climbed down already.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I just slide down as a bear. Screw it.
Oh, the Russians salute the bear. Oh.
So I get naked and I turn into a bear.
Oh, your clothes just kind of go with
Just
you. I
rip
think.
off. Oh, fuck it.
They either rip or merge with you. I think they merge with you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But that takes
remember.
cost is 1 rouse check. Spend 1 turn transforming into a brown bear.
Yep. So rouse check.
Rouse check. It's just 1d10. That's how
Yep.
it works. Key. I'll have that. I got a 6.
that's a success, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bear. I'm a fucking bear.
You are indeed a fucking bear.
Wait, can I get my voice mod going? Wait.
Wow, they do not really say if your clothes merge with you, so I'm going to say they do, because otherwise you have a lot of naked vampires in the city. Which, depending on your genre of vampire novels, is standard
There you
or
go.
not. Yeah. So you go and you basically transform and start moving there. So next round, everyone is engaged in melee. So how this works, since unless y'all break, you're going to do something else like back off and whatever. But since it's all kind of melee thing, you roll your stuff, they roll theirs. So whoever wins, essentially, who's going to be doing damage to who. So it's active defense and stuff. You can choose to just defend. If not, you can choose to attack while they're simultaneously attacking you. So let's just go around, Katrina.
I would like to attempt to shoot the guy that just deflected me, and if possible, command my familiar to bite the living shit out of him.
All right, as you see your dog running, like, bite. First the shoot. Well, I'm rolling good finally.
I'm taking it my dog doesn't roll hunger dice.
No, unless there's poop on the ground. Our dog at home has a habit of eating poop. For those
He's
who don't know.
nasty.
Yeah, he's a bit nasty.
So am I rolling his bitey attack first, or
roll your stuff first?
my dodge or my shoot?
Your shoot. You're shooting.
My shoot.
Yes.
My shoot.
Shoot, riot. Yes. Man, that's data reference.
Oh shit! I
So
got 2 10s, one of which was on a hunger dice. I got 6 successes. I got all successes, and 2 of them were 10s.
So
and one of the 10s was on a blood dice.
So as the guy goes to, dodge or trying to rescue a gun, you pull the gun out of it and basically just shove it up into his mouth and fire, and just like, and the rest of the body just falls because you beat his one by a big margin. So that's at least 7, 8 damage you just did to the person, and they don't have or soak. So
nice.
Mm-hmm. And your dog's just like, ah.
I mean, she was just. Can I command him to attack the next guy?
Yeah, your dog. You wanted to have them the dog attack someone who is
somebody that's
or the one. There's 2 people who aren't in combat. One of which is just standing there like,
whichever one has a weapon. Like, he might not be smart enough to understand that it's a weapon, but he's smart enough to understand that it's a threat.
I'd roll for that.
Okay, he gets 5 dice to all physical stuff. Mm-hmm. Actually, I lied. He rolls 6 dice for brawl. He beefy. Six successes. I rolled 2 more 10s.
Your dog mauls a German to death.
Good boy.
Vasya.
Yes, it is my turn. But I want to be clear. When we say Germans, are we saying Germans? Like just German individuals? Or are we talking about Nazis?
You can't really tell the difference. You're not like technically asking them for their political party. So
they're German soldiers that are trying to kill us.
So they are. It's synonymous with either use German or Nazi.
Well, I'm just making sure in case we start developing a German fucking following. Germans love American bullshit. It's weird.
Yeah. We're in the middle of the episode. I don't think YouTube's going to hear the word Nazi and censor us right now.
Well, what I would like to do is I would like to take my fists and shove them down this man's throat.
Let me certainly try.
Since I am not actively trying to bite now, do I get my full dice?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm rolling at 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This is not bad. I believe I have 3 successes.
All right. So you punch him in the face, and he's like, "Oh!" And you can tell that really took the lights out of him, but he's still up. Basically, you didn't quite do enough with a punch to totally take him out. But the person is just kind of like, oh, holding the chin, kind of thing. Because it was a really good, solid haymaker into the face.
Sure.
Yeah. Kyra.
I would like to get. That man is holding my arm, right? Am I close enough to look him in the eye now, or would it still be a penalty?
If it's in combat, it's a penalty.
All right.
Yeah, no matter how you work with it, combat is just more difficult because
How
there's
much
a
of
lot
a
of movement.
penalty would it be, Kevin?
3 dice.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay. I'm going to kick him in the balls.
Okay. That is an acceptable thing. Ooh, we're good there.
2 successes, 1 is a 10, 2 fails. Well, 5 is a failure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you like swing back your leg, go to kick, and he kind of does that thing where you put your knees together real quick to catch your foot so that it doesn't make full contact. And it's like, that's low. Because engage, Gene, you basically bust in as this big ass bear. The Germans are just all like,
Oh, yeah, and I just rush in. And I just bite the closest person to me, and I'll just start munching. I'll try to tackle him to the floor and just start munching on some dude's face.
all right, roll your dice pool.
Yep. Wait, how much that would be? I'm guessing strength and something. Wait, let's see.
Look
I'll
at your bear stats. I think it's just a standard number.
Physical 7 plus 2 damage done by bear attacks. Okay.
So yeah, 7 dice.
7 dice. Substituting hunger still though for some of them.
Oh, okay.
If you have any hunger.
Yeah, just the 1, so 6.
6.
Wait, no, 7.
Dice.
YOLO. 5 successes. This guy's face is...
Yeah, you basically just get on the ground and you're just like rat terrier to a rat if they learned how to hunt properly.
Oh, he tries. He's just bad at it.
And it's just 2 more Germans and the thing. One is frozen and the other one is the one on Kira. As you hear a series of explosions hitting the buildings next to you, like artillery's landing. And as that happens, the floor shakes and kind of collapses, and everyone falls several feet. As you kind of fall down, it takes a few seconds for everyone to get like their wits back or whatever. And you appear to be in like a something none of you, even though you've all been living here for a while, you were not aware that there was some sort of like catacomb underneath Stalingrad. And it's just the 4 of you, and one of the Germans appears to still be alive, but not for much longer, you're thinking. And the other one that was on Kira died as like you fell forward, and Kira just kind of landed on top of them, and the gun kind of just pierced into him. So you're just kind of like, probably like, I meant to do that.
Yes, but yes. Precision, precise as a surgeon.
And you're looking, you're about like 15 feet under the streets.
Okay. Pick up, dust off. Do we see any of our the Nazis nearby?
There's one that appears to be still living. The other dead bodies are there, which you could feed upon because they're still warm enough. They shouldn't taste too nasty.
I will leave the bear and much more combat capable ones for the live one, and I will go at the one that is still warm and feed because I hungry.
Yep. So you feed. The one that's still alive is kind of buried under some rubble and just like it's the one that froze. So they're just like,
this is going to be a sweet sack. Rip neck to the side and nearly break the neck as I go at it like a mondo. Have none of you had a mondo drink?
oh,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I remember those now. Yeah, whew. Yeah,
I just looked it up.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think didn't they have
I don't
another brand that
remember
was like
that.
Squeeze It or
Squeeze
something?
Its were amazing, and it's a shame that they didn't go anywhere, especially when they started doing the color and flavor change palettes.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't remember that scene from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's what I first thought of for a second. I was like, oh,
Who gives a heck about the Mandalorian?
best show ever. Well, not ever, but
I am not afraid of killing this man. Can I remove 2 hunger?
well, the one you're feeding on it, you said you're going to the one that's already dead. So yeah, you can get 2 hunger.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, most of the body. So if you have hunger, you can go down to 0 if you feed on the corpses that are laying around.
Yes, please.
So you get up. But yeah, this is a strange catacomb that you were not aware was under Stalingrad.
God damn it.
Is that a sword, Callie?
I just
yeah. Sorry. ADHD.
I'd
also
say
just
can we
gained
clip
more
that, but this
hunger.
isn't Twitch.
I also just gained more hunger because I healed again. And forgot that maybe I should try to do that before munching.
Isn't there an extra body here? There were 5 bodies.
Yeah, there's 5 bodies.
Your dog doesn't need to eat.
No.
Yeah, he didn't
Not
get
blood
shot.
anyway. He can eat the meat.
Anybody else opposed?
I'm eating now anyway.
I'm gonna take another second and try and heal the other 2 points.
Okay.
Cause ouchie. God, fucking nugget sauce. Whew, okay. And then I will drain the other guy and back to full health.
All right.
I was at 1 hit point for a second there, y'all.
Oh, we heard.
Yeah, don't worry. That was superficial, so you'd have to fill it back up again with superficial to go and do like final death stuff. So
Yeah, still hurt.
So what are you doing? Like I said, you're about 20 feet or so underneath the streets in a catacomb that you did not know existed.
The human part of me, I say to them, says that I could just jump us up and down. I did just have a snack, but this seems odd, and
Could be useful.
it would be very interesting to find what's underneath here.
I mean, probably dead people.
Dead
That are
people, undead
long-
people.
I feel like we would have run into any other kindred in the city by now, but
Who said kindred?
I've never actually seen a wraith, so
I haven't seen a lot of things, but that's changed in the past 12 years. I think we
fair.
should go forward, but or 17 rather. But what do you all think? Do you want to go in? You only live twice.
All I got is our bear noises, dude.
That's all right.
forgot
Someone here is ready to go.
Is it like
Give you
a?
a scruff behind the ear.
Would it be like a Han Solo Chewbacca kind of thing where everybody still understands me even though I'm a bear?
I'm receiving a call. I'll be muting, so just talk real quick.
I don't think so. The rules say that you have the communication capabilities of the animal. So, like, if you were a parrot, then feasibly you could mimic human speech, but as a bear, you can growl.
But
You
I think that
I think you do still
I've-
understand us.
I'll just say that I've just been following one of you guys, just like close. So.
yeah, no, I think that you have like one of those like cartoon animal effects to it. Like you can like
Mhm.
very animatedly show that you understand things.
Oh,
Yes?
yeah.
Oh well, listen. We're not going to get
Mhm.
into the Pluto
Gotcha.
goofy bullshit right now.
I got you.
Okay, so it says that you gain the physical attributes, senses, and native skills associated with that animal. So
Mm.
actually, your mental stats and everything would still be your own.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, cool.
That's why I was saying more like a cartoon bear than a real bear.
gonna run and get some ice.
Do it.
Okay, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. I missed it.
No,
as soon
he
as
came
Callie
back as she
left, Kevin came back. As soon as you came back, Callie ran off to get ice.
Mm-hmm. Then Kat goes, and then Bob, and then we'll take turns.
I mean, I actually may do the same thing because I have a little bit of a headache starting, so I'm gonna go get an ice pack.
Oh, yeah.
What? I mean, it's edited. I could edit it. It's fine. We can't hear you.
You're
Kevin.
also muted, yeah.
Go.
Intermission, real quick.
Urination.
Intermission.
Let's all go to the
Intermission.
lobby.
Get more water.
None of you can hear this, but the Catacombs was to change the story up so that we have a little interesting things. No one's going to see this because we're going to edit this out. I'm just talking to myself right now. If one of them has Bluetooth headphones, they're going to be like, "Why is Kevin just talking to himself?" Trying to debate what our next historical episode would be. Maybe Victorian time. That's a nifty time period. Wild West. That would be cool. Katrina's just going to edit this out.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry about the little break.
Mhm.
You won't have noticed it. So you're in the catacombs and you decide to move forward. All right, so you are moving in these catacombs. You're just looking around. Really interesting. There is some writing and stuff on the walls, but it's not. It's like old, like Proto-Slavic kind of writing, like the ancestor of the Slavic languages. So it's very hard. Basically, it's very hard to read because it's Proto-Slavic.
I have 2 ranks in additional languages and also know Serbian. Can I roll something to see if I can figure out what it means?
Sure, roll academics and intelligence.
Oof.
You speak a bunch of languages and you don't feel like that's going to be good dice for you?
I don't have a ton in academics. Oh, hey, I'm at Hunger 0. That's right. Get out of here, Blood Dice. Nobody wants you. I'm going to take it this isn't considered literature.
Yeah, I'll say I can give you literature.
Yay!
It is writing. It doesn't have to be a book to be literature.
Okay, so because of that, I got 3 successes.
Right. As you're trying to translate, it's talking about a great hunt. It's mentioned something about Nosferatu running, being hunted by something a person named Abselimirard. You think it mentions how he is like enraged hunting his children. Also mentions that this is one of many hidden sanctuaries of the little grandmother in order to make sure that Nosferatu, especially her and her brood, can hide from Esmiliard.
So remember what I said about there not being kindred in the city? Yeah, scratch that. Also, do I recognize that name? And then do I recognize the little grandmother? Because I am Nosferatu.
Little grandmother, you all recognize if you actually say it out loud to everybody. As for Esmiliard, roll intelligence plus occult.
Is that everyone or just Sasha?
I'll say the name.
Yeah, just Sasha for Esmiliard. Which is little grandmother. That's Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
I figured, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. 2 successes for the other guy.
The name, like when you see the name as a Nos, it just kind of sends shivers down your spine, like a inborn just fear, like a fear you haven't felt since you were almost close to death. You're pretty sure that is the name of the antediluvian who is hunting his own clan because he despises them that much.
Cool. Though it doesn't say he's here, just that it's a little hidey hole, right?
Yeah, basically supposed to be a catacomb that's a safe haven for away.
Hey, about how big is the hole above us?
Well, we've traveled for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I'm saying though, there is a hole
Oh.
that now leads to the safe haven.
Yeah, that whole it's probably the size of a decent 6-person dinner table.
Okay.
Okay, it's not that big. We could cover it up with some rubble, a tarp.
A tarp. No one would notice it here.
Literally, the entire town is bombed to hell. No one's gonna notice a pile of rubble and a tarp.
I'm more thinking of if it's going to attract anybody, this large battle that has been here for a while, anything that might be more willing to deal with the battle. I.e., anything that's like Baba Yaga. I am undead, and I am still afraid of that creature.
Oh, we should be afraid of Baba Yaga. We absolutely should be afraid of Baba Yaga.
Yes, so if I see a chicken foot house come down here, I
No,
want
we
to
run.
be assured. Yeah.
Wait, does the actual Baba Yaga have a chicken foot house?
As far as you know, no one you've never met her, so you don't know. That's the
We
legend.
We didn't believe
You can't say
vampires
she
were a thing
doesn't.
until we were bit.
I mean, I cannot confirm nor deny, so I'm gonna go with yeah, she probably does.
That's what I'm saying. So it's important to know what could come from behind you. And if we are walking away from a giant hole, I want to know if it's a house-sized hole. Fair?
Yeah. I do think we should continue forward though, because there might be something useful in here, and as far as I can tell, it does not seem to be occupied.
All right. Kira, Jean, do you have any issue?
No, I'm fine.
Just take our time.
So as you walk forward through the further deep into this catacomb thing, you do feel shaking and hear the reverbs of artilleries and stuff from the surface. Like I say, you're about 20 feet down, so you're hoping the streets are secure enough that they do appear to be. Whoever built this knew what they're doing, so it is pretty sturdy even after all this time. As you get down to you basically go down and the catacomb splits into two. So there's two directions you can go. Left, right. Derecho, the other Spanish term.
Izquierda.
Yes, eventually I learned that.
Can we see or smell anything down either hallway?
Yeah, roll awareness and wits. If you have heightened senses, give yourself I think a bonus to your dice.
Mhm.
If it doesn't say one, just give yourself 2.
I will also ask Coldia if she can smell anything. She's got 4 dice and awareness.
Are we all
What
rolling?
stat do you use with that? Wits?
Yeah, wits and awareness, that works.
I think so. Or do you need to have heightened senses to?
No, heightened senses just makes it easier for you.
Are we all rolling?
If you want to, it's up to you.
What are we rolling?
Wits and
It's
awareness.
awareness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying
well-
to smell air currents and things like that.
And I have another 2.
I think I stepped on shit or something. I got
So bad.
a 0.
I rolled 7 dice and I got 2 successes.
Heightened senses.
rolled
And now
2
that
dice
we're
and
out of
got 2
combat, my
successes.
dice are back to normal.
Yeah, Gene. Is Gene still bear?
No, I transformed.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah, so
only
you're-
out for one scene, so we figured he
Okay.
probably went back.
All right.
Ah, shit.
Go,
What's Kira
Coldia
doing?
got
Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Callie was about to say something.
Yes.
I don't know how many dice I rolled, so it all got confuddled. So I'm just hang on, give me a minute.
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
Wits and
You can
awareness,
re-roll it.
bro.
It's wits and awareness, plus if you have heightened senses, that should tell you how many extra dice to roll if you want to activate it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice, and I'm moving things away so they don't get funneled together. 2 10s. 1 success, 2 success, 3 success, 4 success, 5 success, 5 out of 8 successes, and 2 are 10s.
7 successes.
That's nice.
Holy
I think-
shit.
So Kira, using heightened senses like smell, look down the right corridor. You smell vitae,
Ooh.
old vitae, but sweet, sweet smelling vitae. Down the other corridor, you take a whiff. You smell, surprisingly like flowers. Like it's just a surprisingly pleasant smell coming from the left corridor.
This they sprayed Febreze. It smells like flowers over there.
It is winter in Russia.
They
Yes.
probably poofed over there and put Febreze.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, Gene.
Bob,
And the other way?
Bob's done with this.
Just
No.
Stop
I'm just
talking
listening.
about
I'm
you.
thinking if a bear shits in a cave and you spray Febreze, it still smells like shitty Febreze.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but it's still funny. I don't know.
So does Kira tell what she smells on the other side?
Yes, it smells like vitae.
Great,
Oh,
great. So what I said about it being empty is also false. Good to know.
okay.
I'm just
believe-
all about being wrong today.
I believe we are fucked one way or the other.
yeah.
Well, considering we haven't seen them and they're still down here, they're probably in torpor.
Do note that at least this area they smell the sweet, sweet vitae. Typically, you can't smell vitae if it's within a vampire.
Oh,
You don't just smell like walking vitae to vampires normally.
okay, good to know.
You were gonna say something, Gene?
No.
Okay, I thought you were saying something. My apologies.
Okay, now I'm very intrigued. Now we
good.
have to go check it out.
Well, I was going to say, if one says flowers and the other one says food, I'm for food.
Very interested in the flowers.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
mean, we can double back. If we are not going to have problems, it's just going to be extra lunch, right?
So
Fine.
which way does the group decide?
Towards the vitae, I think.
All right.
Right.
So you start walking down. You go probably about 30 kilometers, and you come to what appears to be like a. At first, it looks almost like a kind of altarish, right? Quite room. Like there's an altar and several like sarcophagi kind of thing, and you see a really old-looking individual, old woman, kind of long like white hair that she kind of pulls back, wearing older clothing. She's just like, "Oh, hello." She is not ugly. She is actually just an old woman. She's like, "I don't get many visitors down here. Though I will have to ask you to leave. This is there's a grandmother's place, and only people she allows are allowed here. I would not want to hurt you if I don't have to. Though I don't know how well I would do against. I'm guessing at least one of you is a vampire. I don't know what the other three are."
My background is I know a lot of people in the town. Do I know this lady at all?
Actually, you have seen her come and go. She does bit of shopping through that you've seen. Like she'll just come up, sweet lady. She'll like pay early if possible. Like helps out the little kids who are running around and stuff. So overall sweet person. And she's just kind of sitting there, and she's got like a needlepoint, I guess, crochet, well, some sewing needling thing.
Are you telling me that little grandmother ghouls actual little grandmothers? That's what I'm hearing.
But she's like, I'm here to protect the um I mean, I'll be honest, there's no reason to lie, because if you're like others of your kind, you would just try to browbeat it out of me and try to just use all of your abilities to make me miserable. And then when little grandmother comes and uses her stuff to figure out that what you did to me, once she awakens from torpor, she would hunt you down and make your lives unpleasant. But that would take time and I'd be dead. And honestly, I've been alive for a while and I don't want to die currently.
How long have you been waiting for your grandmother?
She ghouled me and about 320 some years ago. So I've been around. I was a lot younger and prettier at that time. Occasionally, she will not allow me to partake of the Vita for a bit, and I slowly age, and then she'll give me some or allow me to have some, and off and on. But she's in torpor, so I can have my weekly little snack to keep my wonderful beauty.
You're a very beautiful woman, and
I try. I used to be a good looker. Used to dance before my hip gave out.
Well, we fell down here by accident, and we did smell something very, very interesting. Perhaps do you know what is down the other way?
As far as I know, there shouldn't be anything down the other corridor. It used to be just an extra room for little grandmother to sleep, but she's not here, so I don't know what would be down there. Here, I just store some of her vitae that she keeps on, to help feed me and other things.
What is she pointing at? What kind of containers, if anything?
It's like not like really large, but a smaller sarcophagi with stone lid and stuff. It keeps it safe, in case she needs it for things.
What is your name, dear?
My name is Ivana.
Ivana?
Yes.
Is there an issue for you to have extra vitae if you are being held back from having some? If someone were to give you extra, would that be okay? I haven't ghouled anybody. I'm still pretty young myself.
Well, other vampires, I can partake of them, which I have done in the past. Right now, I am fed because she's on torpor, so she has given me permission to feed. So
do you have an extra bottle or something, an extra container?
For you to give me vitae, or for
yes,
me
to give you vitae.
I'm making sure so that I know if you want it stuff. Yeah, I got there's about only a fourth a thing of vodka here. Hold on.
300-year-old
nice to still
grandmother
drink vodka.
fucking knocking back vodka like a pro. I love it.
It's going to take a little bit for me to finish.
That's fair.
So, 10 minutes or so, she's like, that is good.
All right. Well,
I don't drink like I used to.
I'll say this. I might want a little nibble off of you. It's been a long time since I've had vodka. I would really appreciate just a buzz. But besides that, trade?
Some of my blood for that? Oh, okay, I will give you a little. It's fine. Let me pull out the syringe.
The bottle, I rip right around my wrist, and I just start squeezing vitae from my body into the bottle for her. Because I believe that you should protect your kin, even if you are under the supervision of Baba Yaga herself. You shouldn't have to go hungry. So,
I will keep it at. Thank you. She'll give you a little bit bleed into a thing. You do see she heals a lot faster than humans because the ghouling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kira, you notice that smell is getting closer.
The flower smell?
Yeah.
Cool.
How
How much health do you want me to lose there, Storyteller?
Hmm?
You want me to lose any health to give that VP?
It will actually give you 1 hunger.
Okay, I'll take a hunger. And some sweet, sweet vodka blood.
We have a problem. Spasiba, babushka. We have to leave. But goodbye.
Okay. Be safe. I hear that there's the war here, and it is very violent. And I know you're aware of it. Obviously, I mean, who wouldn't be in the city? But be careful. They as strong as all of you, good little people are. Bombs still hurt a lot.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
Yeah.
Dang, I forgot to put that down. Okay.
So we have to leave because the smell of flowers is getting closer.
It's getting closer, and I have just a. Is there something I can? It's like sense the unseen. Something with auras, or I read earlier.
The aura thing. Yes.
Yeah, scry the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you want to activate scroll? Let's see what the do's.
So you have to use it on a target. So you can use it on this woman because at the moment we don't see anyone else. So I think if there's somebody invisible, you have to use sense the unseen first.
Okay. So, can I do sense the unseen first?
Yeah. So roll your wits and aspects.
All right. I don't think I. Oh, I do have aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's how you have sense the unseen. Yes.
I am aware. I thought I don't know. I read
know
Dawn
you are having panic,
earlier.
and I am just trying to play you down. That's all.
What's
So it should be 6 dice, 3 from your wits and 3 from all aspects.
okay? Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, and no hunger because I ate.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to cry. So two successes, and the rest are failures. So 4 failures.
All right. So you're looking around and you don't see anything.
Mm-hmm. Everything is fine.
That's assuring.
Look, I'm sure everything is fine. Babushka, is it possible that the little the other babushka it smells like potpourri?
Oh no, the Baba Yaga doesn't smell like potpourri, as far as I remember. Do I?
Of anything that does?
Death. Death often smells like flowers. There is a rotting decay smell that smells like fruity flowers.
Yeah. As you're saying that,
I'm gonna go invisible.
Yeah.
As thank you.
Yeah.
Leaving them.
As you're saying that, you do see from the shadows a child appear.
Is that a good?
I get hungry.
That's never good.
I'm invisible and I'm hungry and I'm scared.
Take off my hood and I address the small child. Hello.
Turn it to a bear rug.
Wasn't expecting you or grouping here. Though one of you is someone I would need to deal with in a moment. I was hunting Baba Yaga.
Look at the
Yes.
lady.
You just see her like the old lady like very fast goes into the corner and she's like, that's one of them.
I very quietly start shuffling towards the door
Yeah, the little kid
while
just
invisible.
looks at you. No.
Fuck.
All right, hang on. Can I do the thing now? Since there is a child here, I would like to do Scry the Soul.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I don't get a hunger. But it is intelligence and aspects,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. 4. Well, my dice stop. Okay. That's 4 successes and 3 failures, and one of the successes is a 10.
All right. So you can ask one question of me from that list.
Can I ask everybody else what they think I should ask?
Well, it's
Well,
emotional
because we
state,
trust you.
resonance, whether they're a vampire, werewolf, ghoul, if they're under effects of blood sorcery, have they come into the library?
Okay. It says if the subject is a supernatural creature. Can I ask that? Are you a supernatural creature?
It's less you asking me the question so that you can see the aura or not.
I would
And you
say
do
ask if they committed diablerie in the last year, because that will tell us A, if they're a vampire, and 2, if they're about to eat me.
A and 2. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm scared, okay?
I guess that's what I ask.
All right, so you look and you see the black veins of diablerie throughout their aura.
What kind of
Not
shit
good.
are you in? What kind of shit are you in, Sasha?
I
Why did you do this to yourself?
didn't do this. Somebody bit me. I just happened to be born into it.
The child's like, oh, bickering of children. Anyway, I was sensing for Baba Yaga and I sensed her vitae here. So I'm going to destroy that. If any of you can tell me what Baba Yaga is, I would appreciate it.
What if I could lead you to her?
Thank you.
All right.
Though do note, if you're lying to me and I find out,
If I'm lying,
Final-
you're going to kill me. If I'm telling the truth, you're probably going to kill me.
no, final death would be a release for what I would do to you.
Oh, good.
Good to know.
Yes. She just walks forward. The old lady's like, goes to defend the Vita, and she's like, and just you don't even see the motions this child makes, and the old lady just crumples down on the ground. Just that fast as a.
I'm backpedaling toward the exit a little bit.
If you leave Nosferatu, I will hunt you down.
System moving.
Don't make me hunt you down.
Hmm.
As she proceeds to open the sarcophagus, and just you see her pick up the child pick up the stuff and just start drinking the blood.
Oh, is it like a container inside the?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
old blood sorcery that allows Vitae to retain its potency outside the vampire.
For like a
body.
hot second, when you mentioned the sarcophagus, I was just imagining she just bled into filled an entire sarcophagus with her vitae. But then after that, I'm like, okay, no, it's probably in like an urn or something. That makes more sense. Not nearly as badass, but.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. What is your name?
It look up, it's like, my name, they call me Vasilius, or Vasilia. Give me a second. Vasilisa. Vasilisa.
Vasilisa. May I approach Vasilisa?
No.
Okay. I want to make sure before I make a bad move.
Yes. I only have issue with the Nosferatu. The rest of you can survive this night if you just don't interfere.
Oh, well.
And you notice that she's already drained the Vitae like really quick, like frat party, drink the beer and like that one big gulp kind of quick kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. So when she passed me, when Vasilisa, thank you. Vasilisa, got it. When Vasilisa passed me, I was right there next to Babushka. So, am I still relatively close?
I mean, if you want to get close, yeah, you're close enough. You can kind of like just like really quick movement to get to where it's.
Yeah, I would like to use Soaring Leap to effectively attempt to bite the shit out of the antediluvian.
We're gonna die.
Listen,
Alright.
the player knows we're gonna die, but great risk, great reward.
All right, so roll your attack.
Yes,
no.
I have brawl. I assume I use brawl, or what would I use to bite?
Brawl and dex.
Brawl and dex. Thank you. So I'm rolling 5, and I will take hunger dice to make this happen. I also am going to use. No, Dante doesn't do that. That's not what I want. I thought I had something for doing the fights. Oh, yes. Prowess. I'm going to use prowess.
Shit, 2 rouse checks back to back.
I got to fucking do it. I fail both, so I take a total of 3 hunger now.
Oh, Jesus. This is
That's fine. All right. So I gotta re-roll one of these when I roll. So it's going to be 3. I had 3 to my unarmed damage as well as 2 feats of strength. Does that mean I'm just doing flat 3 damage besides?
So you add 3. Yeah. So you, prowess.
It says rouse check, add 3 to your unarmed damage as well as 2 feats of strength. So
yeah,
is it just a flat 3 is added?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So his dice pool to attack doesn't get bigger.
Yes. So I know that I am doing first the 2 that I am taking for having done the blood surge. Neither are good. I add 1 more here for that die roll. It's 2 dex, 3 brawl, and then I'm sorry, my brain is breaking. 2 dex,
no. Drop the dice.
3 brawl. That gives me 5 dice. I already rolled the extra 2 from the other thing. Yes, it's correct. All right. That's not bad. I got 3 successes.
All right. I'm listening. I just dropped a dice, so.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no! I have what is it? 5 successes. It's 2 are 10s, not on blood dice, and then a 9.
All right. So you leap towards Vasilisa, and none of you see it until it's over. But Vasilisa just basically turns around and fist into chest. You said you got 5?
I got 8 after incorporating the prowess.
Well, to hit, not the damage part.
Oh, yeah, to hit 5.
All right.
One was or 2 of them are coming off of explosive successes.
That would be. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right.
Vasya's done with tyrants, and one of his people is going to be assaulted. No, this is a do or die thing.
6 aggravated damage.
I take 6 aggravated damage.
Yes.
That's fine. I'm still up. I still have 1 full hit point. And do I do damage?
No, she hit you before you even hit her. Just
Is it just a rule that antediluvians are basically no fuck you?
no, it's opposed checks. Whoever gets the highest is the one who deals their damage.
Okay.
So you both do it. Also, it's not antediluvian. Just heads up.
Yeah, sure.
Child of an antediluvian.
Yeah. So
You know,
yeah. So
only
you just
50.
see Vasya basically take steps back with like a huge gaping wound in your chest, and
Yes.
Vasily's just like, I was going to just allow you to leave.
Not if you hurt Sasha.
Who?
Too many dictators in this world
While invisible, I just wave.
won't deal with you.
Not a dictator. I am just a hunter.
And you're hunting my family.
You're not Nosferatu.
Who said anything about being part of the same line? We are Russians.
I drop the unseen passage and step up to where Vasya is and say, my coterie is my family. Are you just after Baba Yaga or all in our line?
All those who are descended of the one who got away, which would be you, Nosferatu.
Great, super.
Yeah. Roll your occult.
What a cult.
Intelligence in the cult.
Okay.
Where did that dice go?
I'm dead anyway, so I'm gonna roll a rouse check to add a dice to that.
There you go. You're getting into the hang of the one-shot mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for viewers at home, I have 1 intelligence. I don't think I am.
Cool. Ooh, 2 successes.
All right. What the hell? Sorry, it just really bugged me because the dice just disappeared. It was like
For what it's worth, the dice eater of the family is up here sleeping next to my chair.
Yeah. Anyway, as this person says that, the word that kind of goes in your mind is a name that all Nosferatu fear, and it's the reason why they say they build underground, not to hide from the surface, but to hide from these creatures, the Nektuku, who are the children of Absmiliard, who hunt down the children of Baba Yaga, because the legends state that Baba Yaga was the only one of Absmiliard's children to escape his control, and for all Nosferatu are descended of Baba Yaga. That's what the legend says anyway.
Cool. So what I'm hearing is we either fight and possibly die, or we run and absolutely die.
Down for dying.
So I would like to shoot this fucking ancient ass child in the face.
All right.
I would like to punch this kid square in the jaw.
Alrighty, roll to shoot.
Okay.
So, by the way, is Vasilis's fist like through me, in me, or have they shaken me off?
I think she punched through your chest.
Yeah, and you
And
kind of
let
went
you
back off. Yeah, went back off it because you're quite a bit taller.
I just didn't know if I'm hanging out here with a child holding their fist, keeping me up.
Yeah.
Blood surge. Ooh, I'm not hungrier. Oh shit. I got 5 successes.
All right. So
5
roll
isn't
shit,
bad.
roll shit. I don't think you rolled
Take
shit.
Cat's dice roll power. Go!
yeah, so what you see is you pull out your gun to fire, and Vasilisa just kind of like does that whole like flickering thing you see vampires and stuff do, and just gets right up on your grill and punches you on the face.
How hard?
What was your total? 5?
Yes, 5 successes.
Okay, subtract that out. This is margin of successes. 8 aggravated.
I'm dead.
To the literal
Well,
skull.
okay, hang on. I have 5 health. Am I dead? Okay.
Yeah, so
My
you just,
dog would probably want to bite the shit out of her.
yeah, your dog's just like, nah, I'm smarter than this.
That's fair. He just runs.
Yeah, so you just see Vasilisa grab Sasha, basically punch the head on, kind of like Jason does in Friday the 13th, Part 8. And drops the body and it's like, I was going to let you live to give a warning. Oh, well.
Me?
The rest of you, I would recommend running.
No, I wish you just go, my friend. I'm gonna go punch her in the face.
You.
All right, attempt to punch. They're just like,
So
if you wish death, I can kill you faster.
I mean, faster than 7 damage?
It's powerful. It's not like I'm introducing things for
fine.
Baltimore by night in this.
No, not at all. It's not
No,
like
not at
you're
all.
trying to stop this from being used in other games. That you don't want me or Sasha to eat your killer here.
I just read that one of my touchstones is never harm a child.
Yup. Yup.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
For what it's worth, it's not really a child anymore.
Yeah. So punching is brawl plus dexterity, or
Yeah.
okay. Oh. One success, 2 1s, 1 3.
Oh, good. Super dead.
Super dead. I'm excited.
Oh, no.
What clan is Kira again?
Malkavian.
All right. How many successes did you get?
1, Kevin.
Okay. So you swing and Vasilisa's like, I will show mercy on children of Malkav. I feel sorry for him. As they just rip your arm off and impale it into your chest, sending you into torpor.
God, what the fuck? What? How many? Wait. How much damage to it?
Yes.
I mean, you're in torpor. You're straight up fucking stabbed in your heart to the ground.
That would have been 5 aggravated.
Okay, what are my hit points? How do I tell?
So your hit points is your health. There will be like a certain number of dice that's under your skills, or a certain number of dots that's under skills.
It goes skills, and then
health.
from underneath the physical side there.
Yeah. And basically, when you're down to 0 boxes in health, you go into torpor.
Okay.
Unless you're me and she bites the shit out of you, in which case I'm dead.
Okay, what is torpor or whatever?
Basically, it's a sleep until someone awakes you later.
Cool.
You are in a coma.
Awesome.
Sorry.
No,
as Vasilisa's like looks over at Jean and is like, Child of Inoa.
Huh?
Are you gonna run or are we going to play a game? I like hunting if you want to hunt.
I guess I'm just gonna help you find Baba Yaga. Fuck this shit.
The smartest one of the group.
Yes, I love it. It just absolutely makes sense. For it. I'm so for it.
Yeah, it looks. Vasilisa looks over at Vasya and is like, "Death, or do you wish to spread the word, or help me hunt?"
Wait, yeah.
Well,
Wait,
Genie.
what are you gonna hunt?
No,
More.
Vasthe's is talking to
Oh
Vasya
shit!
right now.
Oh,
Because you
she's-
already said you're going to help hunt, so
Yeah,
Yes.
she's hunting.
She's
She's
asking me.
hunting.
No, you're good,
Baba
dude.
Yaga and
Yeah.
other Nosferatu.
Hey, bro, I don't want to get killed.
I will
Again.
spread the word for now. But so help me. Your kind are known to me.
yes. We hunt because of Smithyard wants the Nosferatu eliminated because they were created without his permission. He strictly forbid the creation of more so that the plague of the Nosferatu wouldn't enter the world. It is wrong to turn people into Nosferatu and disfigure them just because you want. So we eliminate it.
I think you should consider meeting someone over in Germany right now. I think he would be a great friend of yours.
No, do not introduce this psycho to fucking Hitler.
I'm comparing the two of them. Dead
Okay, I'm
body.
just saying, like,
They're just like, what is a Germany? And just like, come, Gangrel, let us go hunt. Come, smart one of the family. And leaves Vasya to spread the word. And that is mostly where we were ended tonight. Fast forward about 70 years or so. However, 2021, Baltimore City. A group of people are opening up some shipping containers, inside of which there is a extra coffin with a body in there with an arm stuck through it.
fuck! Oh, fuck!
And that is where we were ended. Hopefully people had 79 years is the exact
Yes.
time. That's a good age. For those
Fuck, she's gonna be old as shit because it's 79 on top of what she already is. She's
So,
one of the oldest. of us.
as we leave, hopefully you'll join us in 2 weeks for our next episode of Baltimore by Night. And we know this one was a bit off, but something different, occasionally spice it up. For those at home or those who aren't deep into the lore, just some stuff. That Vasilisa is a Nekotu, which, as mentioned, are the Absmeliard is the antediluvian who founded the Nosferatu. He created a bunch of children, one of which was Baba Yaga, who kind of broke away. And legend is, as I was saying, is she's the one who progenited what we know as Nosferatu. Absmeliard didn't like that because he was like, no one after this gen, because Absmeliard is actually a pretty vain, horrible monster. He probably like the second or third worst of the antediluvians in just monsterhood. History-wise, Baba Yaga eventually awoken slightly from torpor, put a magical field around Russia, which mirrored the Iron Curtain, but it was a magic curtain. And then
in torpor, bitch put up a mystical iron curtain while in torpor.
And then in 1991, Baba Yaga woke up and decided that there were too many supernatural creatures in Russia and started kind of eliminating a lot of them because Baba Yaga didn't like what they were seeing. And then in roughly 1998, Baba Yaga met Vasilisa, and Vasilisa ended Baba Yaga's existence. She basically one-shotted Baba Yaga. So that is the history of the things we introduced. Just occasionally I want to introduce some random lore and stuff into the game. Thought this was a good time because Russia, and when people think of Russia and vampires and monsters, who do they think of?
I didn't know that
Baba
she was
Yaga.
supposed to be a vampire, Baba Yaga.
Yep, Baba Yaga is a vampire and that she is Nosferatu.
Well, I mean, I've gotten that now, but
yeah.
Note
in the
that
original lore, in like world, that's not a thing.
Yeah. So in the World of Darkness, also for those wondering, Rasputin was basically claimed by every supernatural creature in the World of Darkness. Werewolves wanted him, vampires, wraiths, wizards. Who knows what Rasputin ended up being in the end. I think dead.
Well, we knew that he turned into a wraith because he did end up dead eventually.
Yeah. So it's just there are a handful of people in the World of Darkness that if you look at like all the books and the game lines, everyone's like, they were this, they were that. It's like, come on. Well, others, it's very specific what they were. But that's just some lore for entertaining and learning for people at home.
Can this player ask a question before we cut?
Sure.
Vasya has ostensibly gotten around to trying to warn people. Is it possible that Vasya will show up?
Or did he get super dead?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
It's possible Vasya and Jean both survived to the modern nights. So it is possible they could pop up in Baltimore by night. Not the highest chances, as I'm not guaranteeing it, but it is possible depending on where the story goes. Which is nifty. Sorry, Sasha, you are dead.
Adrian's already plotting, dude. He wants them powers. Okay.
Adrian's like, your name is Vasa, I will drink you. But no, I am Vasa, I will drink you, Adrian.
No. So here, let me be your voice box for Vasya. You can be mastermind. I am just your voice box. It's okay.
So hopefully you enjoyed our little sidetrack of things. Next time we will get to our regularly scheduled Baltimore by night and see what's all in the containers and see what Beckett has to go. Hopefully everyone will be here. We will, in the doobly-doo, of course, put links to the various other YouTubes who like host different games we have. I think Luke, who is not here, he's still been doing the streaming, I believe.
Yep. His
name is Grixon. We will put a link in the thing. I don't remember the exact link to his Twitch or whatever, but we'll put it there. Aya's in several games. Every so many Thursdays, she does Saffron Academy, which again we'll put the links for everybody. I think that's the only game she runs, right? Okay, yeah. So plug those two. So let's go around for plugging for everyone else. Let's start with Alex. Any plugs? You're muted.
You're muted, bud.
Not really. I'm not working on anything like crazy like that, to be honest.
That's fine. Let's go to Bob next.
Hey, hi, Worldwide Sentai. This is Bob Scary VOA coming at you live from Crow and Chimera. I'm going to get their name eventually. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and a slew of other places by my handle, BobScaryVOA. You can also find me at BobScaryVOA.com to listen to my demos because I'm, in fact, a voiceover artist.
All right. Again, any links we need will be down in the doobly-doo, which I do like. I doobly-doo. Callie.
Hello. Hello. My name is Callie. I'm sorry for the terrible Russian accent that Aya is gonna get mad at me over. You can find me at Cap Callie on Twitter. I normally post art over there, and I normally have commissions open, but I'm not doing commissions right now. But I might open writing commissions in the future, so look out for that. I run a game on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday at 8 o'clock on twitch.tv/ScottyHood. It's called Unwritten. It's about fairy tale characters trying to get their happy ending, and I keep throwing wrenches in their plans. So check that out. Also, buy my pen. I'm selling a pen on Etsy. If you go to my Twitter, it's in the thing on my Twitter, so check that out. And that's it for me.
All right. And Katrina.
I am dead. I didn't really expect to be the one that died here, I gotta say. I don't know why I didn't, considering literally all week Kevin and I have been talking about Baba Yaga. Yeah, so go watch the rest of our stuff. Hopefully, maybe around the time this airs, I'll actually also release what we did in the one-shots that some people may see or not, that we did that weren't, it had a handful of other people in it. Follow me on Twitter. I post things. And also I do some stuff on DM's Guild. I have a cool thing there called Birds of Paradise, which is a 5e supplement for Eric Croker and Kenku So go check that out. It's really cool. It's Electrum now.
All right. And then obviously every 2 weeks, just join us here on our channel and you'll be seeing this. We are going to attempt to get some more content up eventually of different things. Maybe some unboxing videos once we get those in monthly. And maybe a few other things. Maybe I'll even do, I would say I would do a lore thing with World of Darkness, but there's already 2 people out there, the Primogen and Lore by Night, I think, who do actually a great job summarizing and getting what you need in lore, like good and sick, really nice. So check them out if you want more lore and stuff. And other than that, see y'all in a fortnight.
Yeah. Bye.
Dos
Don't play
vidania.
Fortnite.
До свидания.
До свидания, comrades.
Hey, I had a bloody good time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my outro. No.